Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to CNR Diagnostics. Today we got a little bit of a different video for you guys. We're going to do a quick unboxing of the Westinghouse iGen4000DFC. It is a dual fuel generator. It's a 4,000 watt generator, peak, and it runs off of propane and gasoline. So these units, I'm very skeptical buying it. These units have gotten some pretty crappy reviews on Amazon. They've gotten extremely good ones, but they've gotten a few really bad ones. And when I did a little bit of research on them, the bad ones mainly include they fail right out of the get-go. Loss of compression, the generator function doesn't work on it, so it'll run but it won't actually generate any electricity. Multiple problems, some of them being bought brand new and coming used out of the box. And the worst issues that these people are having, that they're complaining about, is the customer service from Westinghouse. These are allegedly non-returnable because, you know, they assume you're going to put gas or propane in it, and in order to transport that, it costs a lot of money, you know, with permits, and it's because it's hazardous. So they don't want you returning it. Therefore, they give you the runaround in every direction. They don't try to help you. They make you try to take it to local shops for repair. Even if you do find a shop near you that will repair it, they make you pay for the repair, which, you know, it's brand new, it's supposedly under warranty, and this is allegedly Westinghouse's version of a warranty. So we're going to unbox this on video. We're going to see how it goes. Later down the road, in a couple months, maybe a month or so, I'm going to do a review on the tool, and I'm going to see how it holds up. Westinghouse, if you're watching, you guys suck if you can't fix this problem that is obviously a known issue with you guys, your customer service, your support, and the issues that you're having with the product after you charge these people money. So fix it, or, you know, quit selling the product if it sucks, which we're going to find out if it does, and I won't be afraid to say if it does or if it doesn't. So stick around, keep watching. We're going to do an unboxing, and we're going to figure this thing out. Alright guys, so this is going to be pretty difficult to get the entire thing on video, but we're going to try our best here, so bear with me. We're going to see whether this thing was a good buy or whether it was a bad buy. Now, the reason I picked this up was because you guys see my other videos. I have a work truck, and I do have a 4,000 watt inverter in the work truck. The problem is I only have it at the moment hooked up to my starting battery. So the problem is, being that the starting battery is not really a sufficient battery for 4,000 watts, it's only allowing me to run about, I'd say maybe 1,300. So it works fine for my lights and charging my batteries for my cordless tools and things like that, but it does not run my air compressor. And I have a, if you saw the video, I have a Keurig coffee maker and stuff for when it gets cold, or you know, winter time, whatever. If I just feel like having a cup of coffee, I like to have the Keurig in there. It's a pretty nice touch. All right, so here we go. This is what it looks like when you first open it. Okay, there's a user's manual. This is a funnel that they give you, which is a nice touch for adding your oil because of where it's located on the generator, which we'll get into all that later. They give you the oil you're supposed to use. This here is the propane adapter hose to be able to run the generator off propane tank. It's got a fuel regulator attached to it. Okay, so we're just gonna stick all this stuff here off to the side for now. I'm not sure what these leads are for. We're gonna have to read the owner's manual and find out. We have, I guess it looks like some a crappy set of tools that it comes with. All right, so let's take this off. I think there's one more thing here. Okay, this looks like a charger for the battery, because this is a push start. It does have a recoil start as well, and it also has a remote start. I have yet to see the remote, but we'll dig into that. So it's supposed to be a remote start. It has a recoil start. So here is the unit itself. I'm going to set you down for a minute, and I'm going to pull this out of the box. Okay, so there we are. We're out of the box. All right. So it looks like the plastic melted to the housing a little bit. Everything looks okay, cosmetically speaking. Here's your recoil start. Here's your propane to gas switch. These are your locks to loosen the side panels. There's one on this side, and there's another one on this side. So let's open these panels up. Here's your, before we do that, here's your front interface here. So you have your battery start, you have your electric push button start. This is for eco mode, which is, I believe, the equivalent, which I'll read up on it, but I believe the equivalent is like a auto idle. If you've ever seen them on generators or generator welders or anything like that, where they'll kind of surge and they'll run a low idle until you actually put a load on it, and then it'll ramp up. So I believe this does something like that to help you save fuel a little bit. That's been another problem that people have complained about. So we'll see. I don't know any of this stuff yet, this parallel operation. These are your fuses. We have a 30 amp outlet for like RV hookup or something along those lines, and you have two 20 amp 120 volt outlets. Okay, you have your interface here, which we'll get into all that stuff. All right, so let's open up these covers and see what it looks like. Now, there is supposedly some stuff you have to do in terms of the choke. There's like a electronic choke, I believe, that you have to take the cover off or get into the inside or something. Let me put you down for a minute and see what we can do here. Okay, so everything does look good by eye. Okay, here's your battery right here. Here's where you fill your oil. So that's where you would thread your funnel into. There's a drain underneath the bottom. There's some type of electronic choke or something up in here that we're gonna have to find, and supposedly we have to hook it up. This is another issue that people were complaining about, these wires getting pinched, and they do look, this pinch does look awful tight here. So we're gonna have to look into some of these issues as we get started. And obviously, you know, with a unit like this, you know, I'm not gonna post a review video like a week from now. It's gonna be a little while down the road, to give me some time to actually use it and to give it some time to fail if it's going to. Okay, so on this side we have some more wires. Obviously we have your recoil and we have your starter, it looks like. So far so good. The unit does appear to be brand new, not like it was somebody that had it and returned it, which I have seen in other videos. Okay, let me put you down again. It's kind of a pain, all this stuff, doing it one-handed. This side doesn't look like it's in right. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's in. Let's put the other side back on. Okay, so they have typical clips like your car clips, and I'll show you real quick. Yeah, there you go. Like your car clips when you're pulling off your dash or anything like that. So it's a nice setup, I think. I'm excited about this unit, as long as I hope it works like the people who have had good luck with it. I hope it works as well. Before we break this, let's see what the hell we're doing here. Okay, that one looks like it's got to fit in there. Let's try that first. Okay, that might work now. Okay, that's better. Okay. So, this looks like this may be the remote up in here. Yep, there it is. Okay, there's your remote start. And like I said, guys, just if you're interested in this video at all, I mean, if you're thinking about buying one of these and you are curious about how it holds up, just give me a little time, and I will definitely post a review video on it. But for now, part of the reason I wanted to make sure I got this unboxing on video was because I wanted to see if anything was shitty right out of the box. So if I do have to put in a warranty claim, Westinghouse can't claim that, you know, I did something I wasn't supposed to do. So far it all looks good. But here, so there's another thing. It's just telling you there's a quick connect inside somewhere. They got to hook the battery up. That's telling you about that. So we'll go over that stuff. And if you're interested in a review video down the line, drop some comments down below and let me know. And I hope we got a good one here, because it wasn't bad. It was about $800, $850, something like that on Amazon. So for a 4,000 watt generator, if it runs and produces the way I'm hoping it does, it's going to do just fine. It'll run my air compressor and be able to fill it up when I'm at customers' houses. because what I was having to do was fill it up before I left my house and hope that it would last throughout the day, that I wouldn't run through a full 27-gallon tank of air. And so far I've been lucky, but that doesn't mean it was always going to stay that way. So now ideally I'm going to get something to run the inverter that I have on a truck, maybe a 400 amp hour LifePo battery with some charging. I don't know if I want solar panels, but some type of charging system to charge the batteries, and we'll see. I'm just not there yet, and this was quick, and it was a deal that as long as it works good, I couldn't really pass up at the moment. So we'll catch you soon, and we'll let you know how it goes. Okay, we're back, and we're going to check the oil. We're going to get this battery wire connected, and we're going to see what we can do to get this thing fired up. Okay, so here's your battery connectors here. You can see they just had some covers on them, which is kind of a nice nice touch here. So we're just going to connect this. Now, in terms of what I said before about a choke having to be messed with or hooked up or whatever, I don't see anything in the manual about that. So we're just going to go ahead and not worry about that for right now. Alright, I guess that's connected. Looks to be all we can do there. Okay, so that's connected. Let's go ahead and check the oil. I don't know if you can see that too well. I'll move you over a little bit. So there is oil in it, and it's residual from, when they tested at the factory to make sure everything's working. So let's see what we got here. Doesn't look like there's much left in there. So we're going to go ahead and see, it tells you on here on the placard here, capacity is 0.42 of a quart, or 0.4 liters. You can see that. I don't know how well that's coming into focus, so I apologize if it didn't come at all. But so what we got here is exactly the amount that calls for. So I'm going to take a look on a dipstick one more time, but it didn't look like there was anything left in there in the crankcase. So this is in fact a 4-stroke engine, so you don't mix the gas and oil or anything like that. This calls for 10W30 oil, and if you can see on a dipstick, there's nothing on it if it's showing up. So we're going to go ahead and put the entire amount in there, and then we'll check it. I also have means for removing fluids and stuff if need be, so it's very specific on not overfilling the oil, which I'm not too concerned with, because like I said, even if I do, I have a fluid extractor here, so I'll just take out whatever I overfill. But for now, since the dipstick isn't showing anything, I'm just going to go ahead and fill it completely. Now, I'm also not exactly on 100% level surface here with this table in my garage, so that's a contributing factor too. I like that this funnel threads in, but then it sucks because you have to pour it in very slow or it'll, you know, back up because there's no air to allow it to suck down nice. So anyway, we'll just pour it in slow, and if I overfill it, like I said, I'll just take some out, but I'm not too concerned with it. Just something to be aware of if you're doing this yourself and you don't have the means to easily take the oil back out. You want to pay a little bit closer attention than I am. So I think we're good there. And then, since I didn't read anything else about that choke, I hooked up the battery. This cord here is to charge the battery when it dies. There is also a feature on this that I read in the owner's manual that while the generator is running, it sends a small charge to the battery, and it charges the battery while it's running. So that's a nice feature. And try and spill as little of this as possible. It's always easier said than done. Okay. So far so good. We'll put the dipstick back in and we'll check that. Again, I know I mentioned that choke a couple times. I didn't read anything about it, so we're not going to worry about that for right now. We're going to try to get some gas in it and get it started. The dipstick looks pretty good. I don't know if any of the liquid is showing up on there. It looks okay for my liking, so we're going to go with that. Okay, so that's on. The battery is connected. I'm still concerned with these wires here where they're pinched, and get you a little bit better look. So right in here at this solenoid, that looks kind of tight. So hopefully they didn't screw up any of the wires, which I know is an issue and some of the other people complaining. So we'll put a little bit of gasoline in it. We'll take it outside and we'll try to give her a rip. See what happens. I'll be very happy if this works out to where I didn't get a dud. Okay, so that looks good. The battery is connected. We can get rid of this tag. Might as well leave that off and get rid of this tag. Okay, just telling you to use the generator outside. Don't know if that's showing up backwards or not. No, just from the front of the camera it is. Okay, So yeah, just telling you to take it outside and reminding you that there's CO2 and it's poisonous and it could kill you. So keep that in mind. So we're going to take this outside. I got my gas tank outside. And then what we're going to do is we're going to test it on my air compressor real quick and just see if it runs, see how it does. So it does have a little bit of weight to it. It's probably about 60 pounds or so, 60 or 70 pounds. Get you a little bit closer. The lighting sucks at this time of day. Oh, almost lost you there. Whoa. Easy there, fella. Okay, let me see if this works better. Okay, that's a little better. Okay. Get it running. I'm going to grab the rag and wipe off what I spilled everywhere. Okay. And let's see what we got. So we're going to turn this on. We're going to make sure eco mode is off, which it is. We're going to turn our generator power on, and we're going to hit the start button and see what happens. We'll try it one more time. We'll give it a minute because it's got to run the gas through and stuff too, and we might have to mess with the choke somewhere. Let's try one more time. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Let's try this. We didn't turn, that's my mistake. Let's shut this switch off. I didn't choose my fuel. So right now it's on propane. Okay, so we switched it over to gas now. Now let's try that again. So we'll turn it on. Okay, and we'll hit the on button. There we go. Stabilize a little bit. So it's showing me your fuel level here is very low. The battery is low. That might be a load. I haven't checked yet, but so there's the idle stabilizing. Let's grab an extension cord real quick and hook up the air compressor. gonna get loud. Let's see what it does. If I can ever find this switch. There we go. Okay. So it's running the air compressor. Got LEDs to the side. It's nice. I don't know what that's for, but that's nice. Don't know if that's the, yeah, that's the wattage it looks like. So it's putting out 1400 watts. Must be your gas level. 122 volts. I think that's how many hours are on it. Runtime. Or that might be, I'm not sure. I'll look into that. 1500 watts. Let's see if it changes when I turn it off. Yep. Back down to 0. And I'll turn it on again. And we're back up to 1500 watts, almost 1600. So I'm going to let it run for a minute, and you know, if you know anything about the air compressors, the more pressure they build up, the more watts they're going to draw. So let this run for a minute and see how it goes. But for right now, so far, it's working right out of the box. It sounds good. It's a little bit louder than I thought it was going to be, but it's not terrible. Yeah, so far, I mean, if it holds up, I'm impressed with it. It's going to do what I need it to do. So we'll see in the upcoming months. I'll come back. I'll do a review on it after using it for a while. Almost let you get here. Yeah, we're at 1700 watts right now and climbing, but that's to be expected. So let me bring you inside a little bit where it's a little more quiet for the moment. I'll shut my garage door. So, all in all, you know, so far I can't complain. It works out of the box. You know, people have been saying all kinds of stuff about theirs, unfortunately. And hopefully, I hate to say it this way, but hopefully they just got duds, I guess. And hopefully the product is a good product. But more importantly, again, Westinghouse, if you're watching, I hope for the people that are having issues that you make it right. Otherwise, you suck if you don't. But yeah, so far, I don't know if you can still hear it outside. It's got some sound to it. Most of it is the air compressor also. The air compressor is very loud. But so far, I'm happy with it. It's going to do what I need it to do. I plan on running it strictly off of gasoline. There might be some times maybe I use propane. But if you can see here, here's your specs. So 4,000 peak on gasoline with 3,300 running watts, and 3,600 peak with 2,970 running watts on propane. So I do like the dual fuel capability. That's part of the reason I got it. I don't plan on using propane, but if I have to, I like the fact that it's there. I may run it on it to try it out, because some of the other issues guys were having was the fuel regulator. So I saw a couple videos on it, nothing that gave too much insight, so I plan on going a little bit more, a little further in depth for you guys if you're interested. I'll put this video out, you know, like it, comment on it, and let me know if you want to see more about it. If you don't care, you don't care, that's fine too. But yeah, let me know what you think, and here's what I got so far. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.